What is up, my bad biddies, and welcome to episode 3 of the Bad Biddy podcast. What is up, friends? It's Stephanie, and today we are talking about a couple of things that I learned in my 20s and some things that I think we should all just be refreshed on and things that we should always just keep in the back of our minds. I think these 5 things that I'm going to talk about are really things that you should weigh in on your decision making because sometimes we can get really lost in like how busy we all are and we kind of forget to look at the bigger picture and think about what's really important at the end of the day. So, as we do with every episode, I'm going to give you guys a little update on how I'm doing, how Steph is doing. Honestly, today I'm very surprised I'm sitting here and filming this podcast. I have really not been feeling in my zone. At least the past couple days, the energy has just been very meh. I just have not been wanting to do anything. I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't gone outside. Like I literally just stay inside and film or edit or work on my laptop or do homework. And I think it's starting to affect my mental health. I really think I need to like chill on the screen time and just really take some time for myself and like move my body, get those happy chemicals because where they at? We're gonna keep it pushing anyways. Honestly, filming this podcast right now is already making me feel a little bit more in my zone because I have just been like very quiet. I don't know. I haven't seen my friends that much either recently. So like I've been kind of just in my own bubble in my mind. I haven't spoken this many words in a couple days. All right, so let's get into what this episode is about. I was thinking of what topic I wanted to do for this episode, and I had like a million and one ideas, but none of them really like stuck out to me. And I was like, I want to be able to talk about several things. Do I do a questionnaire on Instagram? Do I just go on Pinterest and look at like 10 topics that I like and I can talk about those? And then I was like, hold on a minute. I'm 22 years old and I still feel like I'm a 22-year-old teenager. You know what I mean? I am still finding my merry way in this life. And I'm pretty sure some people who are like literally 40 years old are still doing that. You never really stop learning. The only thing that helps you along the way is experience, listening to other people's experience, and just using your brain, girl. So now that I'm in my 20s, these are some of the things that I've learned along the way, and I kind of had to learn them the hard way. And on this podcast, I kind of like to be a big sister to you guys, and I want to give you guys awesome advice and things to look out for just so you can help yourself in your life. And I promise you, these are things that are very, very general. Every single person can relate to these things. So without further ado, here are the 5 things that I learned in my 20s. And I'll probably end up having to make a new video of this every year because, like I said, we're just always learning new things. Okay, so the first thing that I learned in my 20s is to never take a moment, a person, or an era for granted. I cannot tell you how many times that I thought something was gonna like last forever, whether it's a relationship with somebody, a job, an era, a friend group. Everything always ends. That's just how the world works. There's up and down, there's day and night, there's life and death. A lot of the times, us as humans, we get very attached to the ideas of future. We love over planning, we love over analyzing, we love fantasizing, and we love thinking about the possibilities of what things could be like. But whether it's attachment or just comfortability, unfortunately, everything does end. You can either let that fact ruin you or every moment that you have, you are grateful to have it. This is also something that I had a really hard time actually accepting. I'm the type of person where I'll ride the train until the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? I will beat the dead horse until it's probably bones. Either you break up or you're not friends anymore or you don't work there anymore or just you move, times are changing, things are different, feelings change, people change. Suddenly things are not the same anymore. When that moment's over, you always wish you would have appreciated it more. And that's just how life goes. You're going to have so many different eras of your life. You're going to love so many people. You're going to be loved by so many people. You're going to have so many different friend groups and so many different jobs, and you're going to move to so many different places. Like your life is a sequence of change. The only constant is change. And that's something that we all eventually have to accept one way or another. Take a step back and be grateful. Express gratitude to the people that you love. Like tell your friends that you love them. Tell your family that you love them. I remember there was one, okay, I'm not going to share like a morbid story of this. There was this one time where I didn't appreciate this egg salad sandwich at this restaurant. Oh my God. The restaurant closed and it wasn't a franchise. It was just this one local restaurant and they had the best egg salad sandwich I've ever had in my life. I'm weird. I like egg salad sandwiches, okay? I was devastated when they closed down and I could never have this egg salad sandwich again. Do I wish I would have appreciated that egg salad sandwich more when I had it? Oh, hell yeah. Do I wish I ordered double the amount? Oh, hell yeah. Do I wish I closed my eyes and savored every bite like it was my last? Yes, I do. So, never take a moment, a person, an era, an egg salad sandwich for granted, okay? Honestly, you will be a lot happier anyways just living your life with gratitude. So, I suggest you do this anyways. The second thing that I learned in my 20s is that you can only fail if you quit. In this life, you will have your moment. You will have several moments. And girl, I'm not talking about that shitty fucking Publix job that you have, but I'm talking about if you're making your own business, if you're trying to be successful on social media, if you're trying to invent or patent a product, if you're making music, art, like when it comes to things like that are based on you, the work ethic that you have, and like you getting back up every time you fall. If you get back up every time you fall, you win. Even if you lost the battle, you will win the war. Have faith that one day it'll work out. All these little steps lead to a bigger staircase, and you just have to have patience. All right, so the third thing that I'm learning in my 20s right now is that you actually need people. It's okay to reach out for help, it's okay to ask for guidance. Girl, like no one is gonna think of you any less if you ask for help. Actually, it's very admirable to ask for help nowadays. A lot of people are so scared of seeming weak or vulnerable or like they don't got it. And that's just not true. Like, you guys are so good at faking it. Like, props to y'all. We're all just having a human experience. Like, of course, we all need help. Humans are very community set creatures. Like, we need each other. We need connection. We need friends. We need family. We need people to talk to. Like, we are so social. And I don't know when it started that, being seen as like, like you're the shit is just like if you're the president of the United States, I understand. Like, imagine if Biden right now was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna do a poll on Instagram." Actually, maybe that's not a bad idea. But you know what I mean. There were also so many times when I was little and like I would throw up in the middle of the night and I wouldn't tell my mom. I would just throw up and then like go back to bed. And then I would tell my mom in the morning and she'd be so upset. She'd be like, "Why didn't you tell me? Like, I'm your mother. I'm supposed to take care of you." And I'm like, "Nah, like I got it. Bro, now I'm 22 and I have a little stomach ache and I'm like, "Mommy." I kind of got over that fear of just like feeling like I was being looked at as dumb. And that's not true. Nobody's looking at you like that. Neurologically and primally, we are problem solvers. We are communicators. I don't know when that stopped being a thing, but that is who we are deep down inside. When you're kind of just holding everything to yourself and, suffering in silence, yo, you can just ask for help, girly. No one's gonna love you any less. No one's gonna judge you. And if they do, tell them to, like, literally suck a dick. The fourth thing that I've learned while I've been in my 20s, don't get so set on your goals that you're missing other opportunities. When you are so focused on a certain outcome, or you are like super obsessive over having something very specific and you are just like dead set, you're going like super duper tunnel vision, like that is fantastic. That's great. But when you are in this mindset of super duper tunnel vision, you are also missing a lot of stuff around here. You feel me? Let me explain to you the red car theory. If I'm telling you right now to think of how many red cars you saw on the street today, you probably can't remember. But if I tell you tomorrow when you go out, count how many red cars you see from me, you're gonna be very focused on the red cars. And probably, maybe even for a couple days after that, you don't even have to tell me how many cars you see anymore, but you're still gonna be like, "Oh, another red car. Oh, another red car." That's because it's on your mind and that's what your brain is focusing on. So now if I asked you the same day, I switch it up and I'm like, "How many black cars did you see?" You're not gonna know because you weren't paying attention for that. You were so set on letting me know how many red cars you saw that you completely blocked out every other color car. And that is what kind of happens when you are so tunnel vision with your goals. And getting specific with what you want is super important when, you're working towards getting there. Try to be more open about what else is possible. That's a quote that my mom tells me all the time that I love to say. Sometimes you don't even know what else is possible. And sometimes other possibilities are better than what you even think you want. So, just a suggestion, if things don't turn out the way that you want it to, Sometimes it's for a reason, and sometimes it's for the better. And we are at number 5, everybody. Your listening skills are so good. Thank you for paying attention, and I love you so much. Okay, so the fifth thing that I learned while I was in my 20s is that you should not ignore your feelings. You should never ignore your feelings, your gut, your intuition, your body. Ooh, don't ever ignore what it tells you. A lot of us don't know that we have the answers in us already. And sometimes we love to ignore that feeling and to just continue doing whatever it is. Our mind tries to talk us out of those things, tell us that we're being dramatic, or tell us that it's not that big of a deal, or just try to rationalize things. Like, our intuition is always right. And if you're a woman watching this, girl, your gut intuitions just never lie. We always end up being like, oh, I knew it. Oh, I saw that coming. Oh, I should have known better. You didn't listen to yourself. So now you're in a pickle. The way you feel should be very important to you, to the people around you, the people closest to you. If they don't care about your feelings and your emotions, then you're in the wrong place, babe. And you need to find people who actually give a shit about you, first of all. But you yourself, most importantly, have to pay attention to your feelings. Whenever you're in a situation and you're having a gut feeling that's telling you that something isn't right, you should always listen to it. It's had to happen to me so many times that I was just like, you know what? I am never going against my intuition ever again. If you feel safe, if you feel comfortable, those are things that are very, very, very important. And a lot of us, especially women, we love to just be like, everything's fine. Everything's fine. But like this one guy in the corner has been staring at you weird all night, and you think you should be walked to your car. I'm giving the worst examples today. But I think all of these things like really tie in together. Like honestly, so like number 5, trusting your intuition. Let's say you're at the bars and there's this weird guy that you have a bad feeling about, and you would like to take extra measures to feel safe, but you're not really sure what to do. This is where number 3 comes in, where it's you need people. If you ask someone for help, they will help you. And that will just help you out of the situation. Imagine if we were in this exact situation and you didn't do number 5, you ignored your gut feelings, you ignored your instincts, and you never asked anybody for help. Guess what? He hits you with the brick, he kidnaps you, and then you're just, you're done. You're done because you ignored your intuition and because you didn't ask for help. Do you want to be like that? So do everything I'm telling you to do. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. I will see you next week. I'm going to start posting every Sunday now. So it's going to be, I wish there was a day of the week that started with the B. I can do like Bad Biddy Bunday or whatever, but that doesn't exist. So we're going to do Sunday. So I will be dropping videos every Sunday. Make sure to keep your post notifications on. Make sure to follow the Bad Biddy podcast. It's at Bad Biddy Pod on Instagram. I just made it, or in the description below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you later. Always remember that you're the baddest biddy out, okay? Mwah.